Hello out there, wherever you are. As for me, well, it's summertime. It's almost back to school time. And it's time for another Steel City Con. And, you know, with Steel City as of late, I don't know if anybody else feels that way, but I almost, dread kind of when they add big names I want to meet. Not because I don't want to meet them, because I do. It's just a matter of finding the money and also knowing I'm going to have to navigate all this stuff. And we didn't make it easy on ourselves today. We have a very busy schedule on this Steel City Con Saturday. We're heading it's around noontime currently. We have a 1:25 photo op with Mike Tyson. Then we got to get in Shawn Michaels' line, whatever that looks like. And then hope that's done by 4 o'clock to have a Marissa Tomei photo op. So I don't know how much of the actual Steel City Con I'm going to see, but we are coming tomorrow as well. But this is going to be a very hectic, very busy Steel City Con Saturday. But let's get into it on Tom Was Here.
Hey guys, it's Blake Henson.
Angelo Spagnol.
Dorn Dickerson. This is Donnie Football from 93.7 The Fan.
And I'm KDKA meteorologist Mary Hours, and you're watching
Tom Was Here.
Tom Was Here.
Tom Was Here? Tom Was Here.
Tom Was Here.
Like a true professional. That's incredible. No. Oh, they're gonna make us park in the neighboring town next year. Doesn't look too busy actually on the outside, but that's probably because everybody's on the inside. Alright, we are officially in here. Doesn't look too busy in this main area. I mean, it's busy, but I've seen worse. I will say this room is not nearly as busy as it normally is. Now, I will say a lot of people are not there currently, or they're on break or something, but and it could be that a lot of the people in this room were not the bigger draws. I wonder if they avoided that. They put those people in the back room or in the hotel.
The elephants and other animals wallow in the little puddle of water. It gets to be a bigger hole. Over the years, it gets to be bigger and bigger and bigger. And finally, it becomes a watering hole. And as we know, birds flying by have fish eggs caught their feathers. That's how alpine lakes have fish in them. They land, get a drink of water. Fish become alive in the water. Animals from all over come to drink. It becomes a place of rest, of danger, where animals feed and they relax, and it becomes a whole thing because of the interaction of an elephant and a termite. And that entertainment takes place on Earth all the time.
Yes, Shatner! We gotta do better than that. It's Shatner.
William Shatner is one of the rare few humans I would watch read a phone book. I love that man. We caught the end of his panel. I didn't even realize he was in here. I should have checked the schedule better, but he's great. 93. I wish I looked that good at 93. My God, he's ageless. Ageless wonder.
Oh my.
Quick head back to the car. Got to regroup a little bit. The Tyson photo and the Shawn Michaels autograph thing were very they were organized well. It wasn't that it was badly organized. It was just a little bit of chaos for the most part. Stand here, go here, do this. And the celebrity photo ops things are handled pretty well. I'll be honest, they are handled much better than they've been in years past when they added that company. They do keep things streamlined. It's not nearly as crazy as it's been in previous years, which is a good thing. But it's also, you stand here, here, where's my group of fours, and it's all right. So a little bit of chaos, but we got the Mike Tyson photo. We got the Shawn Michaels autograph. We are now heading back to the car, and then we're going to go back in, drop some of this stuff off. So I thought about adding people to the Winged Eagle because there's only 14 wrestlers that have ever held the Winged Eagle. 4 of them are gone, so I'll never be able to complete it. But 10 of them still alive. But then I remembered I met most of these people. I met Hogan. I met Flair. Now I have Shawn Michaels at least on the belt. I met Kevin Nash. Met Sergeant Slaughter. Met Bret Hart. So, you know, I met quite a few of them. The vast majority of the people that have held the Winged Eagle I've actually met before. So maybe this is a late-term project. Maybe I'll just keep Shawn on here. I do associate Shawn Michaels with this belt. You know, if you were a kid of the 90s, I'm sure you do too. This or Bret. But yeah, this basically or Bret. You know, maybe Hogan to a lesser extent. Maybe The Undertaker to an extent, of which I also met The Undertaker. So I should have thought of this project long ago, and I would have had quite a few people on this belt. But I did buy not the Shawn Michaels belt, just this specific one, to see if I could get any other wrestlers who actually held the Winged Eagle to be on the Winged Eagle. But we'll see how that goes. Okay, well, there's the Shawn Michaels auto. I thought about wanting them to put it here, but they said, oh, we'll just put it here. I was concerned about these ridges on here, and it does look kind of a little jumbled a little bit, but what are you gonna do? But that's cool though. That's done and out of the way. Back into the fray, and I can tell you this, it's warm, very warm. It's warmer inside than it is outside, but it's not much better outside. These August cons, man, they can get toasty, and then they put you outside for photo ops and put you outside for certain lines, and between outdoor and indoor, there's no like, and people are like, oh, the air conditioner's not working. Oh, it's working, but it's not designed for 9 million people to be in a building, a small building. Eventually, it can't handle it. So, yeah, a little toasty. I don't know why, but every time I walk past this, I kind of down deep want it. It may be the stupidest thing I've ever bought, but I also might kind of want it, to be honest with you. I want the mask. I need a mask. As is tradition, we have to look at the Super Bowl rings and stuff available. Always trying to eyeball what he wants here. Picking and choosing his battles. Boo this man. Boo him. Alright. The photo ops later in the day are getting a little chaotic. Honest with you. At least I think we're in the right place, but a lot going on. I'm going to do this as one video for 2 days, but this is Steel City Con Day 1, and it's in the books. So Steel City Con Day 1, we got Day 2 tomorrow, and we're going to put that in the same video here. But for Steel City Con Day 1, a little hectic. What happened is that when I went into this, I had an autograph for Shawn Michaels, which I bought a long time ago. And then I recently, maybe within the past month, got a photo op for Marissa Tomei. When those photo ops came out, I found out Marissa Tomei's photo op was at 4, and then after Shawn Michaels signing at 1. And I was hoping that there wasn't 3-hour long wait for Shawn Michaels. So I was concerned there. I was like, I didn't know what to expect. I figured it would be a very busy Saturday. So the way it worked is that I was going to just get there, go right into Shawn Michaels' line, and then do the Marissa Tomei photo op, thinking hopefully there's a little bit of time in between. What happened is that the boy wanted to meet Mike Tyson. No, I had already met Mike Tyson. I actually won a contest through Console Energy Center, before it was PPG Paints Arena, to meet Mike Tyson and also to sit ringside at one of the fights he was promoting a few years back. So I had met Mike Tyson. I didn't necessarily have to meet him again, but the boy wanted to meet Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson's photo op was at 1. So it was at 1:25, I think. We got one of the last 7 photo ops that were available the morning we were set to come out here. So we got one of those. We met Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson, international famous person. If I ever have a bad day, every once in a while, other than playing Call of Duty, I will go on YouTube and I will watch Mike Tyson annihilate people. And I'll be honest, it always puts a smile on my face. I don't know why. Maybe it's just like, you have a bad day and you want to see someone get pummeled. Maybe it's just me. But, it's cool to meet the champ. Like I said, it's a better photo than I got the last time I had met Mike Tyson. I'll give you that. So it was cool to meet him. And then we went to Shawn Michaels' line. Now, Shawn Michaels' line was lengthy, but it wasn't nearly as bad as what I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be much worse. And we did get, I found a winged eagle on eBay. I didn't want to spend a ton of money on a winged eagle, but I found one. I found one at a reasonable price here. And he signed it in the, now, I was concerned, and I said this before in the video, area here is a little rigid. It's a little rigid. Wait, it's not Timpson. Yeah. It's a little it's like bumpy. It's rough. It's a little bumpy. And the autograph kind of, reflects that a little bit. But that turned out okay. It's a little, like I said, it's kind of gibberishy. But, I mean, that is apparently a Shawn Michaels autograph. I don't know what authentication it would pass such a thing, but I do have a picture of him signing it, so I guess that's something. But I have no plans to sell it, to be honest with you. It's going to probably adorn the wall if I can find a place for it right next to the Ric Flair one. But yeah, so cool to get the Winged Eagle signed. I would have, if I had my druthers, I would have probably asked him to sign it here, but apparently he's a giant autograph, and it's easier for him to sign that way. So, it's fine. It's still cool to meet the Heartbreak Kid. Maybe in hindsight, I should have just got the picture, like I got the picture with The Undertaker and not got a, belt signed or whatever. But, yeah, what are you going to do? Okay, then, so yeah, we got the Mike Tyson photo op. And we had plenty of time between the Mike Tyson photo op and the, I'm just going to put that in between. We had plenty of time between the Mike Tyson photo op and the Marissa Tomei one. So I was able to go there, get a shirt changed. It was very hot. This is one time I did a rare wardrobe change. I did it at Wizard World years back, but had an appropriate shirt for both Mike Tyson and Marissa Tomei. So I figured I'd do that. Met Marissa Tomei. Her line outside was a little bit chaotic. And then we did some little shopping in between. As such a thing, as is tradition, the one thing we do seem to buy, and don't get me wrong, I would buy a ton of the stuff that appears at some of these vendor tables. So many things. But as is such, I did get, the boy did get a ring, in this case, a World Series ring, and he got a Philadelphia Phillies one. He tries to buy the big gaudy rings, the biggest, gaudiest rings he can get. The cool thing about this one is that it does have the removable Phillies top there, but this one, it seems to work a bit better than the Rams one that we got there a few years back. It seems to have a weightier magnet, which works, so that's cool. But yeah, like I said, I would buy a ton of stuff, but generally all the money ends up going to the people that are there. So we got the Marissa Tomei. She was fine. Like I said, with photo ops, it's very quick. You're in there. Hi, big fan. Wow, on your way. But I wasn't sure if she was doing selfies, and they waited till the last possible minute, but I already had the photo op by that point. So, the only thing weird about the photo op was that we had to stand on one side of her versus where she would be in the middle, which would make more sense, but that was the way she was doing it. Everybody has their own way of doing it. No big whoop. But yeah, cool to meet her. And then we were about to leave, and my son was kind of angling to meet Caleb McLaughlin, who, of course, Lucas on Stranger Things, one of the original 4 kids. I'm a big fan of Stranger Things. I like the show. So, I didn't get to meet Gayton when he was here last time. I had a photo op for him, but if you saw my last video, I had an emergency room thing with my wife and wasn't able to go, so I missed out on him. So I was like, we'll go get a photo with him. And my son talked NBA with him, and, because he was wearing a Vince Carter jersey, and they were going back and forth on that. And I think he really enjoyed that experience, so I was happy to give that to him. So it was cool to meet Caleb McLaughlin. He was cool, very friendly to everybody, and wasn't super long waiting his line, but he had a pretty steady line all day. We happened to catch him at the end of the day. So, Steel City Day 1 in the books. Very, very busy, very, very busy day. But yeah, it's on to day 2. So day 2, There's Jason Lee, and there's Method Man. There are the two gets. Now, with Jason Lee, I have a giant Mallrats poster I want to get him to sign. I actually got it from Jay and Silent Bob's shop. So Jason Mewes and Kevin Smith have already signed that, and now just adding Jason Lee to it would be pretty cool. That's what I'm shooting for tomorrow. And then I have a album for Method Man to sign, and maybe do a photo op with him. Really not sure what to expect. Maybe just do some walking around and other things. So let's go to day 2. Okay, it is Steel City Con August 2023 edition Sunday, and I expect a lighter crowd today. No Mike Tyson, no Shawn Michaels, no William Shatner. So there's quite a few big draws that are not here on this Sunday. So definitely a lighter crowd based on just parking to get here. But gets today, we're gonna try to get Jason Lee. I got a Mallrats poster that's already signed by a few people, but not by him. Maybe Method Man, depending on his line. I got an album to have signed. And we brought the Stranger Things poster because my son already has it signed by Finn Wolfhard. See if we can get Caleb added to it, which we should have did yesterday. It would have saved us some money. But anywho, we'll see how it goes. Sunday, 2023, August edition. Let's see how it looks. Okay. First one down. Out of the way. Method Man got himself a line. I was expecting worse, so it's not too bad. Okay, just got through, got Jason Lee, got Method Man, got the album signed. You gonna show up the album? Yeah, that's pretty cool. I found that during a random eBay find. I was looking, I was like, what random thing could I get Method Man signed if it was something just with Method Man and not with both? Like if it was just, usually it's Method Man, Redman, or it's part of the Wu-Tang, and I was like, all right, what's something with just Method Man? And that Riddler album popped up, and I went, you know what? That's just weird enough. That would be an awesome thing to sign, so we did that. But heading over here to get, which we should have did yesterday, get Caleb McLaughlin on the Stranger Things poster, and that will probably wrap it up. Look at some of this stuff. I had so many of these packs when I was younger. Definitely opened a few of those, opened a few of those, opened a few of those. Opened quite a few of those in my day. Wow, they got all the throwback. Still in the box. It was just wild. I didn't realize they had some of these stuff. But yeah, in my day, I might have opened up a pack of those, to be honest with you. Yeah, a ton of these. I opened up so many of the Nintendo ones. A ton of Nintendo cards. It's wild. Well, that'll do it. The August 2023 edition of Steel City Con in the books. Steel City Con Sunday was a lighter day, but still pretty busy. Actually, there was a lot of people walking around, and we were leaving in the afternoon. Still a lot of people here. Did get to meet Method Man. Guy was cool. Spent time to talk with us for a little bit, talked to us, giving him a hard time about wearing Clipper stuff, talking about Hard Knocks that he was on. So that was cool there. Signed that Riddler album that I got, and took a picture. No, I was going to try to get him to take a video as an intro for the channel, but the lady shut me down. But then I found out he did a video for someone else later, so I don't know. What are you going to do? But that's done, is done. But met Jason Lee, had him sign the Mallrats poster. I would have absolutely got a photo with him at the table, but he wasn't taking photos at the table, and I don't know. Isn't that, and maybe someone can let me know in the comments, isn't that like free money? Like when you do a photo op, you got to cut in the photo company, you have to cut in the con, I think, right? And then the person gets a cut. But when you're doing photo op, it's like something you're selling at the table, so you get just the money for that. Somebody needs to let me know that. I don't know enough about the inner working of cons to know whether that's legit or not. But met him, and then we should have probably waited until today to meet Caleb McLaughlin because we would have did the combo, but ended up getting the Stranger Things poster signed. But my son, big fan of him, so he was cool to meet him again. And the kid's really friendly and nice, so no complaints about the con this time. It was really well organized and very well done. Back in the car now, and sorry if you hear the air conditioning because it is a worm, but wanted to show off the stuff we picked up or got signed or thing on Steel City Con Sunday for the August 2023 edition. The first one, just because it's easiest, was actually the last one we got. We had got a Stranger Things, it was a Stranger Things poster that's been hanging in my son's room for so long, and I didn't even think about it when we went, but it's a 16 by 20, so you can probably barely see it, but it's just the one with the 4 kids and the Welcome to Hawkins sign. Got Caleb McLaughlin added to that. It was already signed by Finn Wolfhard. I actually bought it. It was signed by that. Got a pretty good price on it when it was signed just by Finn, and now adding Caleb to it. Probably would have been able to add Gayton to it if, we didn't run into that issue in that last Steel City Con we went to. But 2 of the 4 now added to that poster, which is pretty cool. The boy's a big fan of Caleb. He really enjoyed talking with him, and he gave time. He's a pretty cool guy, so happy to have that signed as well. We also got, said I found on eBay, I found this like Riddler promotional album from Batman Forever. I said I wanted something with just Method Man, and this popped up. It's a promo album. It only has like 4 tracks on it. So it's clearly like an album that's it's like a single album. But cool to have that signed. That's kind of like a cool album to be signed there. I thought it was a pretty cool find, a random weird footnote in history find. Plus it's something that's just specifically Method Man and not Method Man and Redman. It's usually, there's a few of them. And then we were walking out, and the boy's like, I want this poster. I was like, what are you going to do with this? I'll put it in my room. Meanwhile, his room's completely filled up with stuff. But it's this, it's a Walter White missing poster, which is, don't get me wrong, is great. It's just, where would you put such a thing? But the boy will find a place for it. And then last but not least, no way I'll be able to show this properly in the car, but we got a... I went on to jayandsilentbobshop.com and got a Mallrats poster. They just came back in stock, but wanted to add Jason Lee to it. Did add Jason Lee to it, but it's also signed by Kevin Smith and Jason Mewes. It's signed, yeah. So I got Kevin Smith, Jason Mewes, and now Jason Lee on that poster. I do find it odd that he did not do... photos at the table because he seemed personal, super friendly, but that'll wrap it up. Steel City Con August 2023 edition in the books, and so I did want to address one thing. I noticed in the forums a lot of people were complaining they're running into issues with it being disorganized. I'll be honest, I didn't run into any of that this time around. Everybody I wanted to meet, I was able to meet pretty easily, without sometimes there was a little bit of a wait, but other than that, I thought it was handled very well. The photo op lines at times, were a little disorganized a bit, but they were quickly organized, and then they ended up, getting in to see the people we wanted to meet, and it worked out. So I don't know, obviously people's experiences are different. Maybe you ran into something that I didn't necessarily run into. But as for me, as for my personal thing, I thought it was cool. And man, that December lineup looks costly. Looks costly for all the things, and I have to try to decide what I want to do there, whether it's something like, what I... depending on the cost, do like a Scream cast picture, or maybe like a Scream autograph poster with everybody. I don't know. And plus there's the Breaking Bad people. I don't know. My fear on that one was seeing the poster and seeing a bunch of people that I would either meet and get an autograph from. There was almost the whole poster, and I was like, uh-oh. We're going to need to, start saving our pennies now. But let me know your thoughts on Steel City Con August 2023. Did you have a good experience? Did you have a bad experience? I really enjoyed this one. I met a lot of cool people. Everybody was very friendly, nice. I never ran into any issues where, people were, not friendly or not talkative or not, I never ran into any of that. Everybody seemed, like I said, and every time I come to Steel City, I haven't ran into anything where someone was just like not into, I just never ran into it. So, but yeah, let me know your thoughts. Maybe your experience was different than mine. Maybe it was the same. But guys, thanks so much for watching. If you're new here, make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Like to support me on Patreon like John Bailey did. You can do so. Link is in the description below. If you'd like to buy a t-shirt, a Tomwashere t-shirt, you can do so at Spreadshirt, as well as links to my eBay store, Facebook page, Instagram, TikTok, and the Pennsylvania Autograph Collectors Association. The links are in the description below. But when it comes to Steel City Con, August 2023 edition, I can say that my name is Tom and I was here. Thanks for watching, like, and subscribe. Bye, everyone.